current DCU students, and some of you will be non-DCU students. So I'm hoping our time together will clear up any questions you may have, and hopefully will get you excited about next year and look forward to studying a master's in accounting. I suppose I'll just give you a little bit of background about myself before I kick off. I'm with DCU 12 years. You'll probably pick up I am not a dub, so I'm from Cork, but I studied accounting in UCC and went straight in to KPMG after a 3-year degree. And I can just give you my own hindsight on that. If I was doing it again, I would actually take that extra year to do a master's, because I went back afterwards and took a master's part-time while I was working full-time as an accountant. So again, you know, be logical as well when you're making these decisions. Think right now, what's the best thing for me? And you know what? It is wonderful to be able to say you have a master's qualification. So I'm going to kick off and go through these slides, and hopefully they will cover a lot maybe of what you've been thinking. They might trigger some questions you might want to ask or whatever. So what we'll do is, as Kira said, we'll keep that to the end. And then please do, you can release mics if you want to come in and chat, or put it in the chat box, and we'll work from there. So again, my name is Julie Burtz. I'm the program chair of the Masters in Accounting. I've been program chair now for 4 years, and each year it's just every year comes with something new, because you'll be familiar, we had to move nearly a year ago to online on the 12th of March, but everything works and our students are all very happy and doing very well, which is great. So look, what's the purpose of this webinar tonight? I just wanted to give you you know, insight into our program, to explain to you why I think you should come to DCU Business School and study for the MSc in Accounting. We'll go through the entry requirements for the program. We'll look at the structure of the program, what are the exam regulations, and then prizes that you can you know, achieve at the end of the program. We can discuss fees and scholarships. We can look at future employers, and we can look at the application process. And then if you've any other matters yourself, please, usually we do this in the business school and it's lovely, and we're all in one room and I can see and move around between people. Okay, we're virtual, but I hope you can still get, you know, some sense of DCU from this. So my whole point of this is, don't be afraid to jump in or shy with questions. If you don't want to release your camera, that's fine. If you have a question, just jump in, because this is all about information. So look, you're here tonight and you're thinking, well, why will I choose DCU Business School and its Masters in Accounting? Have to tell you, our reputation is second to none. It is just wonderful. I've been out at many lunches with accountancy firms, and they will all report the caliber of our students is phenomenal, and they love to recruit DCU students. We have double ACSB accreditation for our school, which makes us in the top 5 in the world. We also were ranked in the top 90 European business schools this year by the Financial Times. And you can see we have a number of other accreditations as well. So the business school itself has a wonderful, renowned worldwide reputation, and your qualification will take you internationally as well. We've our students, and this is coming from our students, wonderful experience. They find the lecturers so approachable, really great to help, and also clubs and societies, etc. And from a number of testimonials, the student experience, they say they wouldn't have chosen any other university to be in. So we've wonderful, and here, I suppose, just to back it up is a good thing for you, so that we are showing you the evidence that's here. We have Donal Rooney said, the practical experience, the staff knowledge and lecturers' innovative way of teaching meant that my education at DCU was both relevant and constructive. You've Annie, as we used to refer to her, she, just to let you know, came second in stage 3 of her tax exams there 2 weeks ago, so that's huge achievement, wonderful for any one of you who's also thinking of taking tax exams. Our students do excellent because they leave with such a great knowledge of tax, etc. So what did she say? She said the course was delivered by lecturers with extensive knowledge and experience of the field, supported by visiting speakers from reputable firms and industry who provided frontline insight on their respective role and company. So again, I suppose just as part of the program, we have a number of guest speakers in, and they come from a number of different backgrounds and different types of industries, etc. So again, students get to hear what's actually happening out there in the real world. And then Cliona said the teaching staff are superb and always on hand to give support and guidance to students. And also, again, the support they provide is enhanced by the small class sizes, which facilitates greater engagement and interaction. So I really would let you leave knowing that the lecturers bring so much energy to the teaching, and they're extremely approachable. And you can ask that with even the current class that are there at the moment. They always know, come to me first if it's a program related issue, or go directly to lecturers if they're struggling with any topics, etc. So again, look, taking this course, you're going to leave with lifelong accounting skills and business skills. You're going to, leave DCU leading. Becoming a leader will probably be at the forefront of your mind, and you're going to leave with skills to lead, because you'll be in teams together, doing project work, presentations, etc. And you'll have to adopt that leading position at different times throughout your study. You're going to learn also to be a team player, which is huge. And obviously you're going to be learning about being agile, adaptable, ability to manage change. You're also going to develop skills further, which you would have started to develop at undergrad, as being critical thinkers. You're going to leave being excellent communicators. And I suppose one thing, if you come to DCU, you'll hear me say, and you'll probably think of this a number of times in your career, is what I would say to you is, it's about asking the right question, okay? When you go on to be leader of a team or to be the top of a company, the real skill will be to ask the right question with the information you're being presented with. And that really will take you, for the rest of your life, once you can ask the right questions. Here, the lifelong accounting and business skills is reflected by Colm Forbes, who's now a tax partner in Deloitte, who also studied on the MSc years ago. And he said the MSc, while preparing students very well on technical matters, really differentiate itself from other courses through the other business skills it teaches. I've encountered many graduates of the MSc over the years and have always been impressed that my own valuable experience gained during the MSc has not waned over the years and continues to prepare students excellently for the business world. So in other words, what you learn with us, you will carry with you for the rest of your career. And also, you going out there, it's recognized that a master's from DCU Business School, you're coming with really high caliber skills, etc. So again, look, I suppose the real thing to remember too is when you come to our school, you're really given the space and the safety to continuously learn and to make mistakes, and to learn from those mistakes, because we're about a community. We're about learning together and coming up with, well, what doesn't work and what does work, etc. And giving you that space and that security net to ask the questions that you need to ask. I suppose really what a lot of you really zone in on is the fact that you get Cap 2 exemptions if you take our Masters in Accounting, and you'll also get Stage 1, the Irish Tax Institute exemptions, and you also have the ACCA F1 to F9 exemptions. So qualifying, which are MSc in Accounting, means that you have these automatic exemptions when you leave and graduate, and that your Masters is internationally recognised. So don't just think, okay, I want to be an accountant, I want to get as many exemptions as possible, say to yourself, I'm going to get my exemptions, but I'm also going to be leaving with this internationally recognized master's qualification. Because think about it, how many people have an MSc? So it's a wonderful opportunity if you can take the time to do it in the next year. So I suppose, again, why our business school? I mean, our students just do excellently. Caroline Keeley was placed first in FAE this year, and Annie was placed second in the Irish tax exams in part 3. So that's huge. Think of the numbers of students who sit those exams, and to think that DCU had the first place in chartered and the second in the tax exams. So they did super, and we're so proud of them. And we keep in contact with all our alumni, so there was great celebrations there. So what do you need? So I've just gone through, I suppose, why really DCU Business School is the place to be if you want to set yourself up for an excellent career in accounting. I suppose then, though, the issue is, what do you need to do to get on the program? So we have certain requirements, and you do have to meet them, and that is that you have a 2-1 honours degree in accounting, or a business equivalent with, you know, a significant specialism in accounting, and your CAP 1 exemptions from Chartered Accountants Ireland. So you have to have those 2 requirements. People will ask, if I get a 2-2 degree, can I be accepted on the course? In the past, yes, it has happened, but in the last number of years, we haven't had the places. So people with a 2-2 weren't successful, which was unfortunate, but it's the way the demand for our program is huge. So I would be encouraging you to aim for the first and get your 2-1, okay? And even if you think, goodness, what if I don't get my 2-1? I would still be encouraging you to have applied so that you have that option, okay? So what's the structure to our program? We've 90 credits in the year, okay? And we have 3 semesters. So you will go from September to December, and then it would be, you know, January to April, and then you'd sit your exams in May, and then June and July, you're writing up your research part of your program. So that's the 3rd semester when we say 3 semesters there. And again, semester 1 and semester 2, they're approximately, usually it's 12 weeks, but next year for semester 1, it'll be 10 weeks. And after you do your semester 1 exams, you will automatically progress to semester 2 should you fail an exam. That's what we mean. There's automatic progression to semester 2. And should you be in the position that unfortunately you failed an exam, or that you weren't able to take it in January, you then take it in the August. And as I just said there, semester 3 is the summer semester. So these are the subjects, okay? Again, the final exam, the continuous assessments, they're the usual weighting, okay, but these could change next year, but the most it would be 70-30 if there's any change. And I think international financial accounting and analysis will be 70% final exam and 30% continuous assessment. Continuous assessment is what's carried out within the semester, and the final exam then happens at the end of the semester. So you can see there, we cover auditing and professional ethics. You have assurance services, the next stage of auditing. You've advanced management accounting, which is year-long, 15 credits. You've corporate and investment finance. You've international financial accounting and analysis. You've capital taxes, corporation taxes. You've accounting, business and society module, which is a lovely module that students really enjoy because you get a number of guest speakers to come in. You learn about presentation skills, and they do quite a lot of things that the accountants love to do, because it's a break, you could say, from the technical core modules like management accounting and financial accounting, etc. You have your research and professional portfolio that spans the year as well. There's 25 credits for that. And then you have your data analytics for accounting and business. And again, spans the year. Students like it because you're interrogating you know, the data, you're looking at customer profitability analysis, etc. So that's the whole structure of the program. showing you again if whether it's one semester or both semesters, the credits, meaning how heavily weighted they are, because they all add up to 90 at the end. And then whether they're assessed via final exam or continuous assessment, and both. So then what are our exam regulations? Which something you won't be familiar with maybe, or maybe you are, is that the pass mark for the Masters in Accounting is 50%. So it's not 40%, you have to get 50% in your exams to pass, okay? And again, what happens, you can see down here, if you get a grade of 50 to 59, you get a second class honours grade 2 award, and then if you get 60 to 69, it's second class honours grade 1, and a first class honours is 70 plus. You can't compensate in any module, okay? So in other words, you have to get 50 in every module, and this is being driven by your exemption for Chartered Accountants Ireland, okay? So it ensures that you get your cap 2 exemptions. And again, look, worst case scenario, if you needed to retake it, you have your 2 attempts in the next year, and then if you had to, you have another 2 attempts after that, but that would be a very rare scenario. So we offer prizes on the program. Ernst & Young give the best overall result, so whoever gets the highest in the program gets a lovely award from EY. For the best research portfolio, EY also sponsors that, and whoever gets the top tax result, the Irish Tax Institute gives a prize for that. And always those prizes are presented at graduation day. So please, hopefully, on your session that there will be back to graduations. Now, the fees and scholarships for this program, they are 9,955 for EU, and non-EU applicants, it's 14,800, okay? Now, a lot of you hopefully will get sponsored by firms, so that's great. And if you're paying for it yourself, they're the fees for this year, but bear in mind that you could be eligible for a possible scholarship. So if you are a DCU alumni, you're entitled to 1,500, and if you are non-DCU, and if you achieve a first class honours degree, you're entitled to the Excel scholarship, which is €1,000 towards the fees. So employability, DCU ranks the 19th in the world for graduate employment rate, and DCU Business School's graduate employment rate is 97%, okay? Actually, to be honest, for most of our students who do join, a lot of them have secured their contracts prior to joining. So, you know, if you haven't got one yet, don't give up, look for sponsorship. Future employers, here you can see, look, once you qualify, honestly, the world is yours. In effect, you can decide what type of industry you might like to go into. Do you want to go non-profit? Do you want to go, you know, public sector? Whatever it is, you really have such an array to pick from. Even looking at them here, there's loads there. Every type, from toys to AIB to Aldi to Kerry, etc. So the application process, the university has launched a new student application portal. Applications for entry to the course can be made here at the dcu.ie. Hopefully you know where that is on the website. If you don't, I can show you, and you just click on it and you apply. And for the application process, you'll be required to supply transcripts, because a lot of you may not have your degree at this stage. You could be in the final year of your degree. And you'll also be required to write a personal statement of why you want to be on the course, and submit your CV as well. So other matters, look, attendance is mandatory. Our platform for learning is Loop, so that's our Blackboard, you could say, or Moodle for some of you it might be, but Loop is ours. We have wonderful student support services. Always don't forget though, the academic support on our program is huge, and myself as chair, always available to students, no matter what the issue is. We always have time, and even more so in the pandemic, if there's anything that students need to come to us about. We have the library, obviously. Obviously, if you have a disability or anything, it's worth getting registered, etc. And there's a disability office to work through that. We have a career service, etc. So there's so much services available on DCU if you come along and join the campus team. Remember, for me, and again, I hope you'll remember this at times when you progress in your career, don't stop questioning, okay? And the main thing is to ask the right questions. And as Albert Einstein said, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow, and the important thing is not to stop questioning. So really, guys, it's all about coming in and questioning everything you're doing and saying, can I change this? Could I do better, etc. So the MSc is a year you won't forget, because I have to be honest, it is a challenging year. You can ask those who've gone before you, but it is such a rewarding year when you stand there and get your award on graduation day, etc. And you will have fun. Now, don't get me wrong, this year has been challenging.